1, 2, 3.
Free Nazanin!
Good job, Dave.
Hampstead, North London, and a rally to free Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe, currently being held in Iran. And in the thick of it, local MP Tulip Siddiq.
Yeah, hold your side. Very good.
Her profile is rising rapidly with this campaign.
We need the Foreign Secretary there to defend Nazanin and to make sure she gets the protection that she deserves.
Isn't he the last person to go after what he's just said?
Do you know what? Boris Johnson did make a grave error, but since then he has retracted his statement, he has apologised.
Tulip Siddiq has undoubtedly played a leading role in the campaign to free Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe. But many now say she could also, with one phone call, play a huge role in freeing another person, also with a young family, also held by a repressive government, Bangladesh. Ahmed bin Qasim, a British-trained Bangladeshi barrister, member of the British Bar. He was kidnapped by government agents in Bangladesh in August last year and hasn't been seen since. Like hundreds more, he has been disappeared.
In the middle of the night, they came in and they demanded to see Arman and where he was, where his whereabouts are. And as that was unfolding, my cousin answered the door. He's like, you know, the person he was looking for is me. And at that point, they told him that he only had a few minutes to say goodbye to his family. They didn't want to give him any reason or any time to pack or say goodbye to his family. Like, I didn't give him much time to say goodbye to his family. And in a few minutes, they stormed into the house and took him and dragged him downstairs to a minibus and took him away.
He was defending his father, the prominent opposition leader Mir Qasim Ali, tried then hanged for his part in the country's civil war. People are now begging Tulip Siddiq to intervene with the government in Dhaka to free Mr bin Qasim. And here's why. Tulip Siddiq's aunt is none other than Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, leader of the ruling Awami League party. Tulip Siddiq is happy to be seen out with her prime ministerial aunt, accompanying her to Moscow, for instance, to meet Vladimir Putin. When she won the Hampstead and Kilburn seat, she immediately paid tribute to her aunt.
Today I remember my auntie Sheikh Hasina. I learned how to campaign from her, and I've learned about social justice from her.
Whilst a UK Labour activist, she appeared to describe herself as a spokesperson for her aunt's Awami League. That's since disappeared from her website, as has this entry celebrating the Awami League's election success. In 2008, she wrote,
"The Awami League has won the election by a landslide. I'm ecstatic."
Ecstatic but compromised. She campaigns here for human rights, but supported her aunt's government there, which is brutal and repressive.
In terms of enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings, it has a terrible record. Now, these individuals are kept secretly. Their whereabouts is entirely unknown.
But brutal or not, no other British MP has her contacts with the Dhaka regime. None is capable of helping to free Ahmed bin Qasim like she can.
Tulip is a highly unusual Member of Parliament. I don't think there's any other Member of Parliament who is so related to the senior tiers of another country. And Tulip Siddiqui has the power to intervene if she wants to. And even if, I can't say for sure that they will be released, but there's no other person outside of Bangladesh who has more influence over the government than Tulip Siddiqui.
He's made it crystal clear that Nazanin was actually on holiday in Iran.
Immediately after this recent interview on Channel 4 News, Tulip Siddiq told us she was unaware of Ahmed bin Qasim's case. She then repeated that to us several times. In fact, she's been notified about the case and begged to help over and over and over again. In Parliament, by us repeatedly, by lawyers and by Mr Qasim's mother, who wrote to her begging for help.
I urge you, look into this issue with the heart of a mother and the desperation she feels when her child goes missing.
But Tulip Siddiq simply refuses to help. So at that weekend rally in Hampstead, we asked her why not. This is what happened.
The case of Ahmed bin Qasim, Bangladeshi man who's been disappeared by the regime, which obviously you're close with your family connections. People are saying with one phone call, just like this campaign, you could pick up the phone. This man, Ahmed bin Qasim. His family's his family's written to you many times. We've told you about him. He's not your constituent, but with one phone call, you could make a huge difference.
No, sorry. Who?
You could make a huge difference.
I just want to ask. No. I just want to know. Is he Hampstead? Is he
He's
British?
not a Hampstead. No, he's not a Hampstead resident.
Is he British citizen?
He's a British citizen. He's not. It's Bangladeshi, but it's being said by many people that
you
you
aware
could
that I'm a
phone up.
British MP?
I am.
You are.
You're
okay.
also very well
and
connected to the
and
regime.
I'm born in London. Are you implying I'm a Bangladeshi politician?
You have
I don't
no.
think that's the
I'm
right
not saying.
thing to
You have said
imply.
many times. You've
You need to
said
be very
on a
careful.
blog post. You've said on a blog
I'm a
post.
Labour MP for Hampstead and Kilburn.
You've described yourself as a spokesperson for the Awami regime.
I am a Labour
You have
Party
described
member.
yourself as a spokesman for the regime.
I've been a Labour Party
Your
member since
aunt
16.
is
I
the
was born
Prime
here.
Minister. With
Are
one
you
phone
calling
call,
me
you can.
Bangladeshi
No, I'm
because
saying with one
British?
phone call, you
Be
can
very
make a
careful
difference.
what you're saying. I'm a
I'm
British
saying with one
MP
phone call, you
for
can make a
Hampstead and
difference.
Kilburn.
Why won't you make that phone call?
This is
Why won't you
absolutely
make a phone call?
desperate. This is desperate.
Why won't you make that one phone call? Yes, and we're covering that.
As she walked out, her office manager, Oliver Denton, walked in.
Sorry, can you stop pushing me? What are you talking about? You just pushed my camera. Okay, stop filming.
Our producer then attempted to get answers to questions.
I'm not Bangladeshi, and the person you're talking about, I have no idea about their case.
We're
That is
covering
the
that.
end of my statement.
She then made an apparently threatening remark to our producer, who is pregnant.
Thanks, Daisy, for coming. Hope you have a great birth, because child labour is hard for you.
Tulip Siddiq sits on the Women and Equality Select Committee in Parliament. The only reason she's ever given us for not helping Ahmad bin Qasim is that he's never lived in Hampstead. He's not a constituent. Yet this is what the MP apparently told a Bangladeshi online newspaper.
You don't have to be in Bangladesh or England. I try to help Bangladeshis in England in whatever way it is possible.
I travelled to Dhaka in November 2016 and I met with a number of diplomats there and asked them what could we do to free Arman. And what they told me was the person to speak to is Tulip Siddiq MP, because all it would take, they said, is a phone call from her for him to be released.
Tonight, mystery surrounds the whereabouts of Ahmad bin Qasim in Bangladesh. Mystery also surrounds the Hampstead MP, who says she'll help Bangladeshis anywhere, but clearly won't in this case.